Yo, what's up, guys? So here I am, all by myself. Ross is sick tonight. Doomsday had stuff he had to do.
What's up, guys?
And my
So
YouTube
here
is
I
not
am,
muted.
all by myself.
There we go. That's better. So yeah, Cuddle was supposed to be on, but I don't know where he's at. So there we are. So how did everybody's bounty go in chat? I guess I'll be having a lot of conversations with chat this evening, with delays to get responses from you guys. Personally, I only played the first day. I only ended up getting like 14K bounty in the whole thing. I'll be honest, I couldn't be asked to bother with it. Between lag and my personal disinterest in the game at the moment, I had other things I would have rather done. So I'm not seeing a whole lot of comments in chat yet. So, oh, thank God, there's Cuddle finally.
I'm so sorry. My apologies.
I was like, oh, this is going to be fun doing the fucking show by myself. Well, so we were talking about bounty. How'd your bounty go?
Well, bounty was not too bad, I suppose. I got everything I needed, so I guess I walked away with something about between 60 and 70,000 points.
Cool. But yeah, I only did day one. I only got like 14,000 points. I couldn't be asked with it.
I did find it to be harder. It is distinctly becoming harder over the last couple of bounties, as trying to find little tiny baby seals was much more difficult this time. Most people's bases have distinctly improved over the last month or so.
Yeah. It's yeah. When you peek and you see launchers, you're like, okay, never mind.
Yeah, launchers or like 3 breachers in somebody's base. I'll just move on, find somebody else.
Yeah. Like, as always, I did find for the little bit of time I did do bounty on the first day that there's always that sweet spot in the guys from like 100 to 110 where you can find that, their base is half dead. They don't have a guard in it. You can just go in and get, like 1,000 or 1,500 bounty for like pretty much nothing.
Right. And I found a 131 out there that he had a square base. And he turned 132 during the bounty. That's the biggest one I found.
Well, there you go. So yeah, I mean, it is what it is. Like I said, I had other more interesting things to do, so I only played the first day, and that was it. But let me do some screen sharing here and get on to what we got going this week.
A lot.
Oh, yeah. So, obviously, the 9.13 update was this week. And, of course, this is including some TLCs and Pillage. And, of course, Pillage started yesterday, and it's going to go till Sunday. And that's where you get a chance to early get the flagships for each of the fleets, along with tons of other great reward stores and leaderboard prizes. Yay for seeing leaderboard prizes again. Not really. So we'll just get right into the arch nemesis, and Cuddle, I'll let you talk about that since you're the nemesis guy.
Oh, thank you. All right, the arch nemesis X. Draconian assault class, 100,000 base armor points. Maximum weight is 40,000 tons, so we will be able to put on quite a lot onto it. This has 100% penetrating reload, an anti-missile accuracy of 45%, and penetrating damage of 200%. Those are quite nice missile stats. The deflections, ship deflection and structure deflection are at 900 and 500. That's the same as on the regular Nemesis X. The penetrating defense is at 83%, the corrosive is at 78%, and the tactical field resistance is at 70%. I believe that's slightly higher than on a regular Nemesis X.
I will take your word for it because I do not have stats for the Nemesis memorized at all because I didn't get it and I don't care about it.
Fair enough. Combat speed is 34, which is identical to the rest. The repair time is 3 hours, which is the same as all the rest of ours. Same weapon slots, 8 weapon slots, 4 armor, and 6 special slots. I do know that the first 6 weapon slots on the Nemesis X are you can put in countermeasures instead of just 2 normally. And it has the same cryo aura as the rest of them.
So let me ask you this: what are the odds that you're going to have this built in time for the radar?
0. I'm not even starting it until the raid begins.
I didn't know if you might try to use the fully built flag with only empty hulls backing it up thing or not.
See, that is an idea which I considered, but it's not going to work with the Nemesis X, or it might not work as well as I think, because this doesn't have a stacking bonus the same way the Saturn does, or the Eradicator or Shrikes do, where we could just put one ahead and it would get all the defensive bonuses from the other ones.
All right.
This one doesn't have it. This Nemesis X is almost just a regular Nemesis X with a little plus at the back of it.
Yeah. Cool.
But I could see trying to do that with the Saturn flagship.
Do you think this is a good flag or an underwhelming flag, or
this is underwhelming? I mean, there's no flagship ability for the main thing. This doesn't actually boost my other ships in any way. It's a bit disappointing. I was hoping there was going to be something else in there, but oh well.
So really, it's just like you probably could have just built a 5th Nemesis and been just as well, huh?
It's really close, but yes, I think you could probably run with 5 and just skip the flagship in its entirety.
Well, I was going to say, yeah, because, I mean, you say really close, but when you take the 6 days extra worth of build time for the flag, is it really close?
Oh, yes.
Because I'm like, well, just for just a little bit more damage, and 6 days for a little bit more damage, I'm not seeing that where it's good. I mean, I don't know.
The anti-missile accuracy on this is higher than it is on the base Nemesis X. So you could turn this into, looks like they kind of want us to turn it into like a countermeasure tank lead ship. Sure.
Yeah, but then why put the 25% extra damage on it if you want it to be a countermeasure? You know what I mean?
Right. I'm not sure. It's eventually I'll get to it, but at the moment I just picked it up and I'll figure it out later. It's not as good as I was hoping.
Yeah, I'd have to say, as far as flagship goes, this is one of the crappier ones I've seen for a long time.
It just doesn't give anything to the other ships. Oh well.
Yeah. Then that the whole purpose of a flagship. I mean, call me silly, but that's what a flagship is supposed to do.
And if we compare it to the boost between the regular Saturn and the ship you're going to talk about next.
Who's that I was talking about? I thought maybe you were just going to talk about both of them.
Oh, you're the Saturn guy here.
I guess I am. I don't know. I don't know that I'm going to. Honestly, I don't even know that I'm going to participate in the next raid. But yeah, I can talk about it. So it's the Rock Ring Saturn. Has 100,000 armor points. 40k is max weight. Let's see, 125% concussive damage. So that's not bad. 900 ship deflection, 500 structure deflection. 20% evade bonus, 75% penetrating defense. Corrosive defense is 80%, and tactical field resistance is 70%. It's got a combat speed of 20, turn speed of 30, and match speed 42 miles an hour. And then, of course, repair duration. You got 3 hours, 8 weapon slots, 4 armor slots, 6 special slots, and 6 million cargo. And then you have the bonus that it gives to all the other Saturns and Rock Ring Saturns in the fleet. It's what a weird number. 22% corrosive defense, 22% penetrative defense, plus 10% combat speed. And you have the hostile effect, which is the minus 10% to corrosive building defenses, and it's cold snap immune, blah, 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 blah. So, and both of those auras are stacking auras with a capacity of 5. So, there you go.
On that defense ring on this on this rock ring Saturn is much better than on a regular Saturn, right?
I don't even remember off the top of my head. Let me open up the game and look.
And then the other part of that question is do you know if there's a range on them buffing each other?
Ooh,
or is this going to be a map-wide type thing?
As far as I know, it's map-wide. I don't see anything in there anywhere about a range.
So you could do the tactic of...
Now, the debuff has a range of 60 there, as it says, but the buff range doesn't look like it has any range whatsoever. So you could do the tactic of what?
The same tactic as we did sort of last raid. One fully built rock ring Saturn.
Yeah, that's actually what I'm going to try to shoot for, and we'll see how it goes. And if it doesn't work, then I'll sit out the raid and worry about the next raid. No skin off my back. All right, so what am I looking at to see what the defense ratings was on the regular guys?
You're looking for the rock defense ring and seeing if those numbers are any different than the 22% and yeah.
I gotta figure out where they even are in my shipyard, or in my dock, rather. I'm looking.
Other than that, I find that the attack category for these Saturns, I'm trying to fill time here, seems to be particularly weak, only having corrosive damage in there. Do you think you need, like, this should have had a corrosive reload type thing? Or, as compared to the Nemesis X, there are no countermeasure bombs on here. You think you need them?
I don't really think so. No. So, I mean, the reload time on our gun's not that bad anyway. It has a reload time of 5. So once you're up to legendary and you're getting your 400%, that takes you down to what, like probably 1 point something. I'm just
1 1/4.
Yeah, off the top of my head, man. I mean, I don't think reload will be a real essential for that. But the defense bonuses for the regular ones are like 10%. So,
all right, there we go.
You get an extra 12%. That's just a weird number, 22%. Like, why is it 22%? That's just like, why not 25? 22 is just such a weird number. But I don't know.
But anyway, like a number that has been tweaked through testing. Hopefully.
Maybe. We'll see. But I don't know. Yeah, so that's my whole strategy. Is I'm going to try to build a flag and run it by itself and see what happens. I have a feeling it's not going to work as well as what it did with the Eradicator stuff, because there's actually, like ships and shit firing at you in this. But we'll see. I mean, like I said, if it doesn't work, I'll just wait and do the second raid. And then also, of course, you got the penetrative battery and the corrosive battery in here because, just what we need, more limited components. Both of them are 25% to your total weight. And then they add 30% penetrative damage or corrosive damage, whichever one you get. And then it's 80% to your building and wall damage. And then, of course, 50% to turret defense to both of them.
What do you think about these two things?
I don't know.
I mean, the comparison, the other one we would be using would be the assault battery, which for one is not limited. It weighs less because it's 24% weight. It does 25% corrosive and penetrating damage instead of this 30%. And the building and wall damage is 75% versus 80%. So this isn't that big an upgrade.
Yeah,
Like
I mean,
5. I know it multiplies out weird, but it's still only 5%.
yeah, I mean it's good, but not it's not a huge have to have. Like I got one. I'm gonna put it on my flag because I need to get the most out of my flag that I possibly can. So that's probably gonna be the only boat that I'm going in with. So that's the main reason I end up picking up one of those.
And considering they're 10,000 points each during this event, that makes it 50,000 to get all of them that you would need for the raid. That is a lot of points for this.
Yeah. There's no way in hell I'm going to go for all 5 of them. Maybe over time, maybe, but in this event, well, hell no. I'll get one, and that'll be for my flag, and that'll be it. And personally, that's what I would recommend for everybody else. Unless you're getting points hand over fist, and it's not costing you anything, then by all means get whatever you can. But if you're not wanting to spend a lot of time and or coin, and not having a great time with this event anyway, I would say just maybe get one for your flag and fuck the rest of it. So let's talk a little bit about the pillage. What are you thinking? What are you thinking damage wise? I know personally, I think the eradicator / strike targets, to me, it looks like they're tuned right about what they were at the end of the raid.
Well, yes, and it looks much harder because we have the no half repair. So
yeah, and I mean,
pretty.
That's something that's getting kind of fucking ridiculous too. It's like, we have to pay point payouts is pretty comparable to what the rate is. Point cost for stuff is pretty comparable to what the rate is, but we don't get the half repair.
And let's just talk about the 101, the eradicator target. How good are your eradicators upgraded? Because mine are at upgrade 2. And I'm still getting hurt quite badly in there.
Mine are only at upgrade 1.
How are they doing in there?
I can auto, I think 7 of them, and my fleet will be half dead.
Well, that's really good.
I mean, now that's using the demo squad.
And man, I don't like using crews for this, but. And how about the 100, the bat ray target? How are you doing in there? Because
fuck that target, dude. I
walked out with 12.5 hours of damage.
Yeah, I'm using razor tails, and I can get 2 of them, and then my flag is dead, so I'm down for for like 12 hours for the flag and the rest of the fleet. So yeah, fuck that target. Now that one is with no crew whatsoever. I will say, like if I was using a crew, I might get a little bit better, but yeah, that target is the one that's kind of like the roadblock in the whole thing.
So is that how you're going? Is that your plan for doing the pillage? Just to auto these 101s?
I autoed 101s to stack some, and then I autoed the 2s, I guess, with my strikes, and I stacked some of those up. And then just every so often, I'll repair my razor tails and go out and do it to complete the set. I'm not just going to sit there and farm one fucking target. I don't have the patience for that shit.
See, I don't have strikes. I only built eradicators, and the 102 does hurt my eradicator fleet quite badly. It's as if I take about 4 times the amount of damage. 3 to 4 times the amount of damage from a 101. So that's not pleasant.
No, that's interesting because Mickey says he's finding the 100 the easiest, not the hardest, and she can pull the ships 1 ship at a time. And like even pulling them 1 ship at a time, I find that I'm getting about the same amount of damage as when I would activate the whole fucking thing. You know what I mean? So his experience is a little bit different from mine. Like, which fleet are you using, Mickey? Are you using bat rays or razor tails? Because maybe that's the difference. Maybe. Because I know with my razor tails, even activating it like only one to three boats at a time, I'm still taking just as much damage as if I was activating the whole little cluster. All right, so he says he's using bats, so that would explain it.
The other thing to note about these batteries here, I know we're not going to hit the weight limit. The weight limit on these ships is 40,000 tons. But these new batteries are 25% total weight, and the assault battery is 24% weapon weight. So there will be a huge difference in weight. I don't think we're going to hit the 40,000. We're going to come anywhere close to the limit, but...
Oh, yeah, I didn't even think about that. So assault battery is just weapons weight, huh?
Yes, it is.
Ooh, wow. Yeah, that's
I still don't think we're going to hit the limit because we just moved to 40,000 tons.
Yeah, right. But I'm just like that's really weird that they would do one way and one the other. No consistency whatsoever.
But the other way I've found to do this event is with Hydras. I spent a lot of tokens and upgraded my Hydras, and I auto 63s with them. I can get
there you go.
I can get approximately 15 to 20,000 points out of my Hydra fleet, and then I just have to repair my flagship and do it again. It's a lot of seat time, and it's a lot of just sitting there and launching into various different targets, but it can be done that way.
I know my entire plan is I got enough for the flag, I got enough for one battery. I'm going to get enough points for all the VXP tokens to get the flag as high as it'll go. I don't know if they take it up the whole way to legendary or not. I'm not sure. But and that's all I plan on doing. I don't plan on getting anything else. Like if you're going to start giving me like back-to-back raids, then I'm going to do the bare minimum in each one of them.
Oh, and the 80 is... I'm glad you put just the Hunter MK1 there and didn't put the Hunter MK1 / Fangtooth like they did originally, because if you took Fangtooth into the 80s, you were going to go to the bottom of the ocean.
Yeah, let's go ahead and talk about the sets now. So in the tier 8, you got the 3 ones that we've been talking about, the 100, the 101, and the 102, and they're 5k points respectively. They do have a blitz cost to them, 15 minimum, 20 maximum, and then you get 15,000 for the set bonus. So basically you do one set of these, you get 30k. 2 sets will get you your flag. For the tier 7 targets, you got the 80 and the, what number is that? My eyes are going bad.
63.
63. That's like, oh god, I don't understand their numbering system sometimes. Why would you have that disparity for the? Because people are probably like, oh, I'm looking for a different 80 or something to go with this 80, But whatever. So yeah, you want to take your hunters in the 80, and then your buccaneers or hydras in the 63. I would definitely recommend hydras over the buccaneers. And they're 1250 each with a blitz min and max of 10 and 20, and you get the set bonus then is 2,500. So you get basically 5k for doing the whole set. And then tier 6, you got the 60 and the 43. Use your tie seekers and cannoneers respectively. You get a whopping 250 points each out of those, with a blitz minimum max of 1 in 10 and a set bonus of 500. So you'll get 1,000 for doing the whole set. So anything you want to add in there?
Well, out of this event, this event isn't terrible. I don't like this. I don't mind the style of event in general, simply because there are so many different fleets we can use to do the various different, to do this event with. And I do like that portion of it.
Hey, I got a question for you.
Mm-hmm.
Why is the blitz max for the 5k set the same as the blitz max for the 30k set?
Whales are dumb.
Well, whales ain't going to be blitzing the tier 7 set.
Wannabe whales are dumb. No, I honestly, don't understand.
Yeah, that should have been like a 10 and 15, not a 10 and 20.
Yes.
Like, well, personally, in my opinion, blitzing shouldn't even be in this game at all. You know, but that's me. You can't say you want a challenging end game thing and then say, oh, but here you can just buy your end game. You know, but whatever. But yeah, so those are your sets that you're looking at. I'm like trying to switch the slides by scrolling down my YouTube. It wasn't working out very well.
Yeah, I've done that too.
So yeah, they got leaderboards again, personal and alliance leaderboards, because alliance leaderboards always work so well. So we may have to make sure we put them back in. We'll start with the alliance ones. You get for first place alliance, we'll get the medium tier 8 assault class VXP tokens times 20 and 500k uranium. Second, we'll get 15 of those tokens and 375,000 uranium. And then third through fifth, we'll get 10 of those tokens and 250k uranium. 6 through 10, we'll get 5 of those tokens, 175k uranium. And 11 through 20, we'll get 1 VXP token and 100,000 uranium. And I won't get any of them, so I don't give a shit.
At least for the Alliance leaderboard, for the top 20 Alliance that get these things, all they're going to get is, because I'm not going to be on this board at all, all they're going to get is VXP tokens, really, for assault class ships. And this VXP cycle seems to be particularly easy. So this isn't actually a huge advantage for the Alliance from the rest of us.
Yeah, that's for sure. Larry, you can do the personal leaderboard. I'm tired of talking.
Sure, personal leaderboard. The number one person who currently has 3-point-some odd million, we'll get 1 day tier 8 assault class build tokens times 40. From now on, I'm just going to say they're going to get the number of tokens.
No, you have to say the whole thing.
Oh my god! All right, rank 2 to 3, second and third player will get 30 assault class tokens. 4 through 6 will get 20. 7 through 16 will get 10.
Hey! You stop saying assault class build tokens.
17 through 36 will get 5 1-day tier 8 assault class build tokens.
There you go. That's better.
And 63 through 161 will get 2 1-day tier 8 assault class build tokens. And everybody else gets a gold star with a 1-day tier 8 assault class build token.
That'll be me. I'll be in that category.
Me too. I'm hungering for my gold star. It's not terrible. That's if you get any points at all, and that will work for the flagship that we all have to build. So that's pretty nice.
Yeah. I just always find it funny, though. It's like the person who obviously doesn't need all those tokens gets all those tokens.
And the amount of money that somebody spent to get 3 million points. And this is only day 1, right? We're not even 24 hours in. Have we just passed 24 hours?
Yeah, we just passed 24 hours, I believe.
Right. You know, the amount of money that he would have to get that 3 million is more than those 40 days are worth.
Yeah. More, that's why I always talk about people with more money than common sense. But hey, whatever you want to do, it's your money. But absolutely. I will say, if you want to spend your money on absolutely nothing, just hit me up. I'll give you my PayPal address, and we can work something out. We also got some TLCs going on. Right now, we got the What Lurks Below campaign. It started yesterday and it goes till this coming Wednesday. This will be your chance to get the Lurker if you don't already have it. So in the first prize pack, you'll get the Abyssal Torpedoes and some BXP tokens. The second prize pack is where you get the Piranha Depth Charge, the Concussive Upgrade, and some more BXP tokens. Prize Pack 3 is where you actually get the lurker itself, some more VXP tokens, and you will get your first 1-day lurker build token there. And then we have a mastery run where you get some more build token or more VXP tokens, and then for each mastery run, you will also get the two 1-day tokens. Is that only one mastery run, or is there multiples? I'm not sure.
I thought it was 3.
Yeah, Ross might, when he was making the slides, might have cut it off at the bottom. And of course, my hands fell off the wheel, and like my game I loaded up already, so I got to reload again. I would assume there's probably 3 though, because most of the time it's anywhere from 3 to 5, and I can't see him doing 5 this time.
It's 3.
Okay,
it's 3. I just looked it up. I actually tried Prize Pack 1 of this. It was 4 stages long, and that was way too much repair.
Yeah.
So I finished it, and that's that. I will not be returning to this prize pack. I will not be returning to this.
Well, and I mean, and it's kind of, in my personal opinion anyway, it's kind of stupid to have it. You need the same fleet that we're having to use in the event already. You know, it's like, why didn't you make it some other, whatever? Because I know exactly why. Because either A, because it would have made sense, or B, because it wouldn't promote coining if you didn't have to use the same fleet for both things.
I just found this difficult, which is a shame because I actually have a lurker in the oven at the moment. But yeah, there's too much else to repair. I'm going to have to skip this one.
Yep. Which means you'll probably be skipping the next one too. Although, I mean, you can use your Eradicator Strike fleet, but hey, guess what? We have to use those for Pillage as well. But this is the Strike from Down Under campaign, which started yesterday and goes till this coming Wednesday again. You use your Eradicator Strikes. And this is where you get all your lurker upgrade stuff. So in the first prize pack, you'll get 10 kits and an upgrade token. And the second prize pack, you'll get 30 kits and an upgrade token. And in the third prize pack, you'll get 40 kits and an upgrade token. And in the last one, you'll get 40 more kits and an upgrade token. And you can do that one 3 times.
All told, out of this mastery level, you end up with 200 kits. If you do this entire TLC, you'll end up with 200 kits, which is what you need to upgrade the lurker. So that's nice. And in addition, you end up with 6 days of lurker upgrade tokens, which doesn't quite cover half of it.
Yeah.
Now, if you... I personally think this lurker upgrade is the best upgrade which we have seen for PvP ships.
You know, it would be really nice is if the PvP upgrades, they did just like they do the PvE upgrades, and you could do them in stages.
Yes.
Because then, you know, I could be like, okay, say I did X much of this TLC, then I could upgrade, you know, to the first stage and then the second stage, and then next time the TLC came around, then maybe I could do the third stage, as opposed to even if I do the whole TLC, I gotta wait like 5 fucking days, even after I spend all my tokens, and not be able to use my lurker. So.
I have not tried this one. Have you?
I have not. No. Again, like these are the fleets I'm using to do the pillage. So why am I gonna when am I gonna have time to use them to do the TLC?
Yeah, exactly.
Very, very poorly thought out in their planning department. And last but not least, we got the Titan one, and I'll let you cover that one.
Sure. This Titan campaign is, well, this is actually a very old campaign. Maybe not this campaign. This campaign just expired.
Did Ross grab the wrong stuff from the slides? Ross.
Yeah, the campaign we're looking for is, well, I've actually completed it. Hold on.
Hang on, I'll just go full screen in game. And
it's Titan Rising. That's the one we're looking for. Not whatever that one was.
Ross. He's fired, man.
Well, I can This is an old Hyperion campaign where you will actually use your Hyperion to fight it. If you've been working on your Hyperion for the last 3 years, you will have seen this campaign. Prize pack 1, you get the Congregative Rocket module, which is pretty nice. And the Pyro Engine module. This is the engine that boosts explosive damage. As well as you get 6 6-hour Mega Module build upgrade tokens. Prize pack 2, you get the Missile Drone Strike module and the Drone Bridge module. And 6 6-hour upgrade tokens. Prize pack 3, you get the Exorcist Missile and 3 6-hour upgrade tokens. And prize pack 4, you get the Rockets Drone Strike module and 3 6-hour Mega upgrade build tokens. What a mouthful.
All right. But hey, I mean, while this is an old TLC, at least it doesn't involve fleets that we're using in the current event to have to do.
I have a friend who just recently got into the Hyperion, and literally the first gun he actually put onto his Hyperion was the chain gun from that other campaign. And he can do prize pack 1 and 2 of this campaign, but he can't finish 3 because he doesn't have a weapon. The chain gun doesn't reach far enough to actually hit the enemy Hyperion and kill it. So he's stuck.
Hey, is it my imagination or daily campaigns back?
I have seen 2 of them.
I have Reaver-Tide.
And Reaver-Tide is one of them, and the other one is the Scourge Blockade that I've seen. I don't know if the rest of them are on. And to be quite honest, Reaver-Tide is hilarious because it hasn't changed from before. So these are things coming in with like 12 hit points into our giant, heavy turrets and all that.
Well, I mean, but that's fine, though, because you also have to take into consideration the little guys who have shitty bases.
Oh, absolutely. But it's a lot of fun to watch. I do advise people to watch it.
I'm sure. All right, now let me see what other slides Ross has and if they're actually correct or not. Ross, you're fired. I'm going to beat you. I can't sweat Ross too much. He's feeling poorly and still managed to get some slides done, so I'm not going to sweat him too much. And then I guess for April 1st, we're supposed to have some Jaws thing, I guess.
If you go to your if you go to your game again and go under your badges, at the very bottom you'll see there's a shark badge.
Oh, there you go then.
And this begins directly after this event ends that we're doing now, after Pillage ends, because the Pillage event ends at that exact same time. So this is right afterwards.
I mean, I wonder if it's actually something we have to do. Like, I wonder exactly what it is.
It does only last for, 24 hours, about over that.
Yeah, I wonder if it's like a shark submarine that you go out and kill and you just get a badge or something.
The badge is someone riding on the back of a shark, leaping out of the water, and the shark has a laser beam shooting out of its face.
Ooh.
So, yeah.
Why can't it just be the fawns on jet skis jumping over a shark? That would be the best badge ever. But I don't know. Yeah, it's definitely the April Fool's Day thing, but what it actually is going to end up being, we have no idea. Bug fixes. Performance severe lag will occur when opening limited time offers that contain fleets. Apparently they fixed that. They fixed SOS screens when player attempts to cancel a refit. Tooltips not showing when hovering over campaign prizes has apparently been fixed. Users who have not yet started the FM will see prize chests as expired. Apparently they fixed that. And I guess in the process of fixing that, they broke all the rest of the FM because I don't know about you, but when I started the FM, it showed that I did not own a single prize in the goddamn list.
Oh, yes. When I started, that said the exact same thing for me.
Yeah. And I mean, as soon as you go out and you hit a target, it fixes it. But it's just like, good Lord, you break one thing or you fix one thing and you break the rest of it. So, post-combat screen not displayed when user attacks blitz targets and does no damage. Okay, whatever. Mountains blocking launch pad rockets incorrectly. So I guess if you were to put like a pinch missile or a pinch rocket in there or something, the mountains were actually blocking them, I guess.
Yeah, and also by reading that, it seems to imply that mountains can block launch pad rockets correctly. There is a method for that.
Well, I think that was just probably Chris's bad wording, because I don't think mountains are ever supposed to block them.
But yes, I did see that. I tried rockets during the event, and yeah, they would miss by a couple of inches if the target I was dropping on was near mountains.
All right. Apparently, there was a thing where depth charge rockets can be countered by incorrect countermeasures. I would guess that would be anti-rocket countermeasures, anti-explosives, I would assume. And then they did general bug fixes and performance improvements.
What is not on here is which I see a lot of people complain about, is the phone app. That's still bugged and it's still not working.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of funny. They put all that time and all that effort into it, and from everything I've heard, that they don't plan on doing anything or developing it any more than what it is now.
I don't think they got the players, enough players actually playing it.
I'm not sure if it was that or just the team that was doing it is not there anymore. You know what I mean?
I found it highly useful.
Oh, I think tons of people did. But yeah, now it's not even working at all. So, and it was supposed to be pretty high on their priority list to get fixed. Well, you can see how high that ended up being. So I don't know. I think that's it for slides. What else you got?
Well, from the depths of Discord, there was Chris mentioned that the armor for our raid ships was going to be in the next FM. Not this FM, but the next one, just before the raid.
Yeah.
Which he did. That was, I think it's going to be there, but if it is there, that is bad. I'm not going to have enough time, unless you have a huge credit card or something like that, to be able to crank armor onto my ships. It's 5 days per ship I'm going to put on.
Yeah, I mean, there again, to me, it shows either they're just so piss poor at planning, or they just want to gouge people as hard as they can. You can take it whichever way you want to look at it, is not good.
I also think we're still missing the armor special, the defensive special. I still think we're missing that, unless they want us to use the ones from the Manticore times.
I don't know. I have no idea. I don't even try to figure out what this new team is doing, because none of it makes any sense. I mean, all the mistakes that we've learned from the past 7 years, they just seem to want to repeat every single one of them, and in rapid succession at that.
Mickey, I know going to be armorless the first raid. May I suggest, rather than having an empty armor slot, you just use D1s and D2s. You can fully armor a ship up in about 9 hours with D1s and D2s. Yeah, they're temporary and they're not going to work particularly good, but they're definitely going to be better than an empty slot. And easy to put on, easy to yank off.
Yeah, because if How much percent do the ones give you? I even forget. Was it like 4% or 5% or something like that?
The D1Ms, if you have it at R15, gives 12.3% penetrative resistance.
Really?
Yeah.
So for the D1s?
Yeah, for the D1s. Now this is for the D1Ms. Mm-hmm. And the D2COs, that is 8%. But the D1Ms, they're old, and you get a nice retro bonus on that.
That's crazy. I didn't think they went that high. I'm checking now. Not that I don't believe you, but I guess I do. Yeah,
Yeah.
12.4. Damn. Yeah, because the fives, even the fives are what, like 15, only 15 or something.
Yeah, so strap
Well,
on.
18.57, yeah. So yeah, I would definitely agree because like as we all know, the higher you get, the better, regardless of what Wrong Thinker says. His math is so fucked up when it comes to that. But yeah, like you get that little if you get to 99.89 as opposed to 99.88, it makes a hell of a difference.
And it's cheap to armor up the entire thing. I'm doing that for the raid because, yeah, there's not enough time to put anything serious on.
Well, I'm sure there's a handful of people out there though that'll break out that credit card and make sure their shit's all armored for the first raid.
Oh, yes.
But I certainly will not be one of them. So, cool. You got anything else?
Just the only other thing I've got that has come up from Discord was the upgrade level 2 for the NEM-X people. The mines will be doing penetrative damage. That's
cool.
I'm really looking forward to dropping those mines.
That's kind of weird, though, huh?
Yeah.
I would almost thought they would have done like corrosive damage. Obviously, they have to do one or the other because that's what the targets call for. But I would have thought corrosive would have made more sense than penetrative.
I too was hoping for corrosive, therefore I could run away from the ghost crawler and drop those mines. And since they would do corrosive damage, they would actually hurt the ghost crawler. And that would be great. But apparently not.
Oh, goodness.
Still really, really looking forward to having a mine layer.
This raid cycle is just turning everything on its head. You got missiles in assault format, or you got subs in the assault format. You got subs that are shooting missiles. You got mines that are doing penetrative damage. Cats are sleeping with dogs. Money's falling out of the sky. Just all kinds of craziness going on in this upcoming cycle.
Yeah, we are certainly busy, that's for sure.
So, before we call this one, did anybody in chat have anything they wanted us to talk about or cover? If not, I am content with calling it a short night.
We almost made an hour. Considering we're in the middle of an event and there's a lot going on, pretty nice.
Yeah, I'm just wanting to get back to playing Magic the Gathering Arena. That's what I've been doing with all my spare time. What a great thing to talk about on the Battle Pirate show, huh?
Yeah, I just got a new monitor, so I'm doing great.
Oh, there you go. So I'm not seeing anything really show up in the show chat, so I guess they don't really have anything else that they want us to talk about.
Excellent. Well, that's good news.
Cool. So I guess we're gonna call this one. I'm not even gonna do an after show tonight. I'm gonna go fix dinner and I got laundry that's hanging out. It's actually dark out now, so I should probably bring it in. So we'll talk to you guys on Saturday. Till then, good luck with your pillage event. For those of you who are doing it, and if those of you who are somehow finding time to do the TLCs as well, good luck with those. until Saturday, give us a like, subscription, and if you haven't sent your friends to the page already, shame, shame, shame. I need a bell for when I do that, you know. But anyway, do it now, and we will talk to you guys Saturday. Have a great one.
Have a good night, everyone.